anywhere in the British experience in the Americas where as many people were brought to a single settlement.
The Menorcans decided to remain in Florida once it reverted to Spain at the end of the American Revolution.
The history of the Turnbull colony was almost lost because it was not shared with those of us of further generations.
Florida had been a Spanish colony for almost 200 years when it was traded to England at the end of the 7 Years' War. St. Augustine was an important military base, but the rest of Florida was a colonial backwater, barely self-sufficient in agriculture. This big new province could be a major addition to her agricultural empire. Parliament planned to award its well-placed friends generous grants of land on which white Protestant farmers would settle. Andrew Turnbull, a Scottish doctor, organized one of the first. His connections were especially good. One of his business partners was a recent prime minister, but the best white farmers he could come up with were Catholics. In 1777, with the American Revolution in full swing, the people who had made the largest single immigration to a British colony in North America walked away from their town forever. A network of canals, still here, irrigated the fields, including one large canal that drained the big swamp west of the settlement. The town site, with dormitories and warehouses, was close to the stone wharf.
They have cleared approximately 1,000 acres of land and have planted indigo in most of that land.
The settlement was called Smyrnea. The settlement failed after just 9 years, laid low by drought, disease, and politics. Half the settlers had died. Turnbull had lived 15 years in Izmir, once the famous Greek town of Smyrna. Married to a Greek woman himself, he looked for potential Greek colonists, or other Mediterranean people who were used to working in a warm climate. But Greece was part of the Ottoman Empire now, which made recruiting difficult. Eventually, he had to settle for a mixed bag of Greeks, Italians, and mostly Menorcans, picked up at the island where he was assembling his fleet. Menorca was another Spanish territory given to England after the recent war. Its deepwater port at Mahon provided a convenient base for Turnbull's transatlantic project. Turnbull's colony included mostly people who had signed on for a fixed period of time in return for their passage to America. A story that was almost lost, a story that will continue to engage us as long as we value and protect the evidence.
Permanece sentado con el cinturón de seguridad abrochado hasta que el avión se haya detenido completamente y la señal de cinturones se haya apagado. Ignora los compartimentos portaequipaje y recuerda llevarte contigo todos tus efectos personales. Comandante Chris Williams y toda la tripulación de Vueling, te agradecemos que nos hayas elegido para hacer este viaje y confiamos verte nuevamente a bordo. Si quieres volar con Vueling, visita nuestra página web vueling.com, donde encontrarás nuestras nuevas ventajas, vuelos en conexión y podrás elegir tu próximo destino Vueling siempre a mejor precio. Asimismo, te recordamos que no está permitido fumar hasta llegar a las zonas autorizadas de la terminal del aeropuerto y que tu teléfono móvil deberá permanecer completamente desconectado hasta la apertura de puertas. Muchas gracias y buenos días. Welcome to Menorca, where the local time is just approaching 11 o'clock, according to our scheduled time. Now please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened.